Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I have an update on the Snake Island bombardment by the Russians. If you remember, the Russians took over the Snake Island in the Black Sea from the Ukrainians. They came over there and say, "Get out." They came out. Then they occupied Snake Island, and the Ukrainian sent some missiles as presents, destroyed some Russian infrastructure over there and some people. The Russians left Snake Island, saying that that's a goodwill move, which nobody believed. I have to say I didn't, at least. And then they left, and I said, well, probably now they're going to do the same thing to the Ukrainians. The Ukrainians came back the next day. They put their hoisted their flag up there. They saluted, and then after that, the Russians bombarded, struck the uh, Snake Island, and now we have a lot of casualties over there in the Ukrainian side. So what are the Ukrainians going to do? Take the flag down, fold it, and fly back to the mainland? All right, let's see here. This article comes from Reuters, and it says, Russia, this is the title, Russia says missile strike hit and killed Ukrainian troops on Snake Island. Russia's defense ministry said a Russian warplane struck and killed an unspecified number of Ukrainian troops on Snake Island in the Black Sea on Thursday after they landed there to raise their Ukrainian flag. At about 5 a.m., several Ukrainian servicemen landed on the island from a motorboat and took pictures with the flag. 5 a.m. is that? I don't think 5 a.m. is already light over there, but nevertheless, let's say 5 a.m. Okay. An aircraft of the Russian Aerospace Forces immediately launched a strike with high-precision missiles on Snake Island, as a result of which part of the Ukrainian military personnel was destroyed. End quote. Russian Defense Ministry spokesman Igor Konashenkov said. Andriy Yermak, the Ukrainian president's chief of staff, earlier posted a video on Telegram of 3 soldiers raising a large Ukrainian flag on the island, from which Russian forces withdrew on June 30th after coming under heavy bombardment from Ukrainian artillery. The tiny island, captured by Russia from Ukraine at the start of the war in February, is strategically important. Can you hear that, Romanians? Hey, whistle politicians, strategically important. Where was I? Because of its proximity to sea lanes close to Ukrainian ports of Odessa. Russia said it pulled out from Snake Island last week as a gesture of goodwill. Okay. To show it was not obstructing United Nations attempts to open a humanitarian corridor allowing grain to be shipped from Ukraine. I don't think they meant that. I think they meant their ships and submarines from the area to get out. But nevertheless, I don't know if it's really the case or not. Do you? I don't know. Ukraine said it has driven the Russian forces out after an artillery and missile assault. I think so. That's what probably happened. But now it seems like the Russians returned the favor, and I think the Ukrainians now are going to be rowing back to Odessa, going back nicely, or with a little boat, and get back there, and it's going to be staying empty. Only the snakes are going to be, again, the masters of the island. And after they're going to sign the peace treaty, probably the Russians will take over, I assume. And it's not going to be bombarded unless the Ukrainians want some more rockets. That's my assessment. I don't, as I said before, I don't see how Ukraine could win, but and if what a win means, that will push the Russians to where? How far back? To Moscow? To Vladivostok? To what? To Bering Strait? To Alaska? Now they claim Alaska too. The Russians are joking, and the Americans are all upset about it. It was a joke, man. Take it easy. Relax. All right. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just. See ya.